All right, welcome back to NeelyFX. My name is Michael Neely, and this is the channel where we talk about foreign exchange trading, and prop firm trading, and making money doing all those things. Let's see, and let's go ahead and get straight into the risk disclaimer screen since we're talking about risk. And these, since I live in the United States, these are required by law because do not want to come under any false scrutiny for anything, especially from the government. But here we go. This channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It does not constitute trading or financial advice. I'm a professional trader, not a broker, trading my own capital. I do not solicit funds, manage client accounts, nor do I hold CFTC or NFA registration at this time. Forex trading is highly speculative, with a high risk of losing some or all of your investment capital. Only trade with funds you can comfortably afford to lose. And here's the CFT risk disclosure. I used to have to interweave this into all my scripts when I was a broker 25 years ago, 20 years ago. Ooh, close to 25 years ago. Forex trading carries a high degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. Before trading Forex, carefully consider your investment objectives, experience, and risk appetite. You could sustain a loss of some or all of your investment capital. So here we go. Let's get into it. I'm running a little late, and I do have a day job that I've got to go to, so I get to go to because that's where my investment capital comes from. Let's see. Here's the DXY. So I got a little bounce last night. Interesting enough, right here at 98.20.21. I don't have that highlighted as a resistance area, but clearly it is. That's on the daily chart. Not quite sure what that means, but hey, we'll take it. So the DXY is bouncing up to 95.88. That means we should have some movement on the euro, and we do, collectively down. So we're looking at the euro falling a bit to 117.10. We'll see if it'll test 117 next, and after that, it'll probably come into play around 116.92-ish before the bottom falls out. After that, the bottom should fall out to about 16.69. Looks like a strong resistance area. Or this one right here is 16.5. So looking small move about 50 pips to be quite, but we can take it to the bank if we need to. It's so I'm not sure if I'm going to get into that trade. Here we have the my favorite is the dollar versus the yen. It seems to be bouncier than the euro versus the dollar. However, right now we do have a slight bounce on that, and I have set up a trade to come in at 65, 155.65, because one, it is the proverbial carry trade, and that is kind of buying into resistance a little bit, because we do have we got a fair resistance area right here at 155.98. But then again, if I can get 20 pips out of it, that'll be worth it. Dollar versus the yen, pound versus the dollar. Straight down. So we lost about almost 100 pips on that. Oh, I'm sorry. We did not lose 100 pips on that. The market is down 100 pips on that, on the strengthening dollar. So we'll see what's going on with that a little bit later. That would be dollar weakness. That is definitely probably dollar strength. That's not the one to get into. I think dollar strength would be pound yen, but dollar weakness would be pound. Or would be dollar yen and pound weak. Dollar weakness would be pound dollar, but it's looking like it's a very strong exhaustion. That's a very strong bearish candle right there. Let's see if we have it. Yeah, we do. We have a couple dojis in there. The proverbial bear engulfing, and it's hitting hitting support right there at 133.30. We'll see if it holds. A small buy area right there. That's indicated by the Smart Money Concepts indicator I've gotten there. Okay, here we have the pound versus the yen. Pound versus the yen is down, but kind of stabilizing out at 207.34. I wouldn't get into this trade right now. That's just consolidating. I'm not sure what direction it's going to go in. Therefore, we're not going to get into it. Euro versus the dollar. Pardon me, euro versus the yen. Slight downturn on the 4-hour chart, but then that's not anything. It's still very much inside this range, so I'm not getting into that one either. This is interesting. This one is interesting. Dollar versus the CAD. This one I'm tempted to get into. A lot of buying support down here. We've already seen them move up. 37.48, 788, about 40 pips on that. It could break further. If it does, we want it to break over 138 before it resumes. And I'd even go 138.26 before it resumes healthily into a matter we've got strong dollar strength. But I don't see strong dollar strength right now. This is now very much down a downturn. So I'm not sure that that's the place to be right now, especially with that 4-hour candle expiring. That one is not quite a reversal candle, but it's pretty close. We'll see what this one does. Could be meaningless too. Let's look at our risk. Take a quick look at our risks for today. Wednesday we have nothing on the American side, which is when it can move a lot when there's no news out there. We do have some Fed speak. FOMC member Williams speaks. I'm not sure what that's going to do or anything. But right now, the currency strength, dollar's on the bottom, yen's on top, Great British Pound, and the yen is on the top. But that's not correlating. Because if the Great British Pound were stronger than the dollar right now, then we'd see an uptick on the pound versus the dollar. But we don't. We see a downtick on pound versus the dollar. So I'm not... sometimes those correlations don't work out. Canadian versus the yen's right here. We have a little bit of a downturn. Take a quick peek at oil. Ooh, 56.27. Interesting. Hit 55.10 and bounced right off of that. So that's we've got a long bounced off what is known as long-term support. We're going to see a downside to oil. Next downside to oil is going to be down. It's going to be down a lot. We should be seeing some very interesting movements on the price of everything, with oil down in theory, because if the dollar's washing out at the same pace that oil is decreasing, then that doesn't count. But at any rate, get to the Aussie versus the dollar real quick. Aussie versus the dollar, hanging on there at 66.18. Be a good time to get into the downturn of it all. It's a very slow, methodic downturn on this. It's nothing really moving with a lot of purpose, so it's kind of hard to gauge right now. Even gold's just meandering about. So gold consolidating on the 4-hour chart right here. I don't see an entry on this either. As a matter of fact, it's closed right at the moving average in the Bollinger Bands, and look how these Bollinger Bands are tightening. That could mean it's time to make a move. It could mean that it's going to break out, so to speak, like it did here. They got real tight, but it also got real tight for 3 days, for an entire week, more than that. Yeah, they got tighter for an entire week before they broke out again. So I'm not sure gold's going to go anywhere. We also have the Christmas holiday coming up next week, so there's not going to be a whole lot going on next week. If it does, it'll be the Japanese markets moving and the Eastern and the Asian markets moving, as opposed to the Western world, which will be celebrating Christmas. Silver, a look at gold go. Got a new all-time high right here at, I can't see what it is, 66.55. So silver actually broke 66 last night. So we may not see $100 silver by the end of the year, but we are definitely going to see. We got $65, so we've got $66 silver right now. So that's very interesting, and so I got some right here. Highly recommend it. I got more coming in today. I am buying silver because silver's delicious. So that's about all I've got today. I like buying the physicals on silver, partially because I was a corn collector when I was a little boy, but also because it's just the right thing to do. With that, I am going to take take a break and go to my day job and see what's going on with this. I do have a couple of trades bullish at 155.65 on the pound yen, probably the dollar yen. So we'll see if those come out. I don't think they're going to. I think that's it's just not really moving with a whole lot of purpose. Then again, with this the lull in the markets right now between the London and the New York sessions. So you guys have a great one. I will talk to you later. Meantime, what else? That's about all I've got. So you guys have a great one. I'll talk to you later. If you like this channel, then like it. Hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more of these videos, then hit the subscribe button and subscribe. And lastly, if you have any comments, by all means, feel free to comment. I will be in the office all day tomorrow, so I'll be answering questions if necessary. If you have any, probably not. Hopefully not. Or do. I don't care. And I'll talk to you later. You guys have a great one. Bye.